24th of July 2023. So Astro DJ's given me a really old one. I know it's not my kind of music, but it's old. It's And I Love You Sir. Don't know who it's by. So it's about love, and today is the lovers, always known as the choice before that, so we can't get hung up on love. There's a choice. It's got to be something you love, including yourself, a choice. Let's see, what's the choice about? Aquarius. Oh, we've got the nodes again. 9th house of Sagittarius. So, overcoming addictions. On Odin again. So, let's see, shall we? Father Sky. What's going on here? Oh, I remember now. Never mind. Oh, and it's in a sweet spot. It's very important. Be careful of your decisions, because it looks like you made the wrong one, or you will make the wrong one. So be very careful. Gemini energy, schools, the colour yellow, children, twins, communication, hands, arms, shoulders. But it's neutral, it's today's card. What it's telling us is that we're not communicating and we've made the wrong choice. Because we're sitting on the fence, trying to do everything by ourselves without any help from others, juggling everything and getting nowhere, just being stuck. So that brings about impatience. Somebody is put at the gates of hell through staying silent. The tarot reader, the psychic, the Romani. It's connected to the number 11, October the 11th, where I come from. But it's 2 and 29, negative energy. It's being at the gates of hell because you've let negative energy into your field, be it financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. It's not connecting with spirit, it's not looking after yourself, it's letting foreign entities into your body, as in diet, medication, injections, etc. And letting negative words and thoughts fill your mind and come out of your mouth. Written or spoken, it's negative. Act in haste, repent at leisure, so be very careful when you're making a decision. This is unfinished business, Sagittarius energy. It's negative. Sagittarius cusper, we've got Sagittarius there. So early Sagittarius is Scorpio, late Sagittarius is Capricorn. You need to lay that burden down. You're almost there on the last stretch, 10 days. There's arguments with a woman. Nothing can grow in barren lands. This is stagnation. And it brings about the end of a situation. So a partnership, a friendship, something that you are emotionally attached to. There's a separation here. 2 months. Those born in the year of the snake. So this isn't good. Mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children, the feminine, divine feminine in your life. Could be daughters, mothers, sisters, whoever it is. The number 3 and 30, negative energy. So we've got the 2 and the 3. So it could be the 2nd and the 3rd of August. The military, November the 11th, May the 31st, could be important, but there's nothing can grow here. It's stagnation. So it's time to separate. Maybe you need time apart from your kids because it's not going anywhere. Oh God, now we've got dad. This is family problems with mum and dad, or rulers, presidents, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, Father Sky, Odin if you like, their way or the highway, 4 or 31, head and face injuries, not presenting yourself well to the world. Something has to change. Fate will take a hand if you don't change things. Number 10, massively important, positive energy. So we've got 10 days. They've told us that. And on the 10th day, the 10, fate takes a hand. We've got 2, 3 and 4. We've got 29, 30 and 31. We do know that we've got 2 full moons in August on the 1st and the 31st. So there's unfaithfulness here. There's being drained, depression, and I'm not surprised if you're at the gates of hell. Feeling an empty vessel. Yeah, but there is fond memories of school days, of the past, looking back, maybe looking at photographs, memories. Excuse me. There's no defending this situation anymore. And you haven't got the moral high ground. This is the gypsy card for the tall, handsome stranger coming into your life. It could be a fire sign child, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it is something or someone you are passionate about. But you feel stuck, unable to move on, sitting in stormy waters, doing nothing but argue. Because it's secure. And you're thinking about that happy retirement when you'll have your pot of gold to sit on, Capricorn energy, or someone's been used. In friendship, in work environment or in love. The impatience is there, so they've given us all the cards that we need. They're becoming very impatient with this situation, so it's better to take the time out and separate, give yourself some space away from whatever this is so that you can sort your head out and make the right decision, because you're making the wrong decision at the minute. Don't keep dragging the baggage of the past with you. It will just weigh like a millstone around your neck. The only positivity we've got is that change. We need to change the way we look at things, the way we do things, the way we say things. So let's see. Aquarius, which we've got there in the negative. So you're dimming your light to fit in, people pleasing, number 36. Saturn, you're not speaking the truth, or someone isn't. Like I said, they're being very silent. So 57. So if there's been an injustice, there could be a court case even. Libra energy, number 8. Sitting on the fence isn't going to work. You've got to get off that fence and make the right decision. You're chucking yourself into work, or there's health issues. You're not prepared to walk away from everything that you've ever known or believed to be true. And you're not listening to spirit. So you will stumble and fall if you can't listen. The abdomen, the intestines, your gut instinct, hospital doors, caring. Number 9, negative. And the dragon again in the negative. So greed is what's happening here. Somebody's chosen material things. So it affects the home and family life, Cancer energy. The number 29 is negative. So like I said, the home and family life is suffering. There'll be no holidays, there'll be no happiness, because somebody's chosen the material side of life. There it is again, Sagittarius. Unfinished business, addictions to a way of living, the outcome of a situation, greed, gambling, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. Failed study. And the name Diana could be important. It's just negative energy. 34. So the truth must be spoken, ties must be severed before you can have success. Those born in the year of the dog, negative energy, there's no loyalty, and we'll see what the thing says, because it's the only one that we've got. Oh no, in the dragon. So the dog and the dragon, the negative energies of the dog and the dragon. Cynical, anxious, pessimistic, suspicious, timid, strict, discouraging, doubtful, discontented, fatalistic, obstinate, distrustful, shy, introverted, unadventurous and tasteless. So that's what you've got to avoid. And then we've got the dragon, which is let's have a look. Dragon, here it is. The negative side of the dragon: demanding, impatient, intolerant, gullible, dissatisfied, overpowering, irritable, abrupt, naive, overzealous, eccentric, proud, tactless and short-tempered. Avoid that at all costs. So what have we got in today's astrology? 24th. And the moon is in Libra. So that's sitting on the fence. You can't do that. Where's he gone? Oh, he's there. Don't sit on the fence too long or you'll miss the opportunity. 14, Taurus, I have... So what you own owns you, and that's why you're sitting on the fence. So materially, you're going to have to sacrifice something for your happiness, and some of you aren't prepared to do that. It is friendships, marriages, the name Simon Peter. It is the Hierophant. So we've got a couple now, the High Priestess and the High Priest, soulmates, which can be the lovers, twin flames, whatever you want to call them. But sometimes they're here to slap you in the face and wake you up to what you don't want. So there is someone here, a friend, a family member, partner. There is greed is the main problem. And there are three classes of people: those who see when they're shown, and those who will never see. The name Leo or Leonardo, there used to be a Leonardo I watched, so I wonder if he's still out there. You're about to grow from something which there will be beauty and abundance, but not in this situation, because it's telling us the Empress is in the reverse. We've got a couple there as well, the Emperor and the Empress. Where's she gone? Both in the negative. This is not a happy situation. Taurus are ruled by Venus, which again is the Empress. They like the attractive, the need for luxury, practical matters, taking care of the home and all the comforts before they go for what they truly love. Teachers, schools. So again, teachers, schools, it may be your job. The gardener. Maybe the garden is neglected. Not everything in the garden is rosy. Some people only believe what they can see or touch, and this is very much something that's going on in the 5D, so you can't do that. They must be convinced first. They think themselves a realist, so they refuse to listen to conspiracy theories. When this card comes up in a reading, money issues will have a bearing on this matter, whether obvious or not so obvious. Bank accounts, counting change, accumulating funds, any matters to do with finance will come into play. It is a fortunate time to ask for a loan, a raise in pay, or buy into stocks. It's also a good time to become involved in accounting or matters dealing with numbers and currency. It's sensuous nature, sex, food, and comfort. So a passionate lover may be on the horizon. Very true. Could be somebody new coming in your life. A tall, handsome stranger. But with business matters, check the books, because somebody here is not being honest. You may connect with a paramour who wishes to take care of you, or vice versa. The desire for comfort and relaxation will be part of this relationship. This is talents in the arts, especially singing and music. Taurus share rulership with Leo over the stage. So matters involving plays, musical theatre, concerts, those that are traditional, such as ballet and classical, may have meaning now. It's the Hierophant card, which we've got. Well done, Spirit. Simon Peter. It's tradition, controversial or eccentric will seem harsh to you. Also stubbornness. Taurus are bullish. If you encounter a few stubborn or obstinate individuals, anything offbeat is not going to serve you at this time. Whatever you do now will take on a practical nature, but they don't want you to just concentrate on the practical. You've got to think of your happiness as well. In general, Taurus is steady and reliable and hardly ever gets upset. One cannot rile a sensuous bull too easily, but when one does, the results will be explosive and unforgettable. More than anything, the Taurus card suggests dealing with finances, capital investment, what is bought and what is earned. This card stands for your possessions. It's a good time to build on what you have. It's also an excellent time to invest in real estate or property, because this isn't as it should be. Oh, the portal, 26, the change. It will come, whether you like it or not. Spirit are going to change things. The new beginning. So this is stagnation, whether it's within this situation or external to it, you need to change. "26 was my house number when I was a kid. Now is the time to step through the portal. You've done the work, you've set up the foundations, and now it's time to harvest what you've planted. Stepping through the portal of your life will be forever changed for the better. So make the change, you won't regret it. Portals do not appear for everyone, so some of you just aren't ready, and you will stay on that fence and you will stagnate. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Sometimes we have given our all and start to lose the energy to get to the finish line. Well, you've made it. This is the finish line, but it's also the start of the next path. So you need to get off and start the new journey. This is exciting. Finally, a new beginning is here, and it's time to give yourself a pat on the back for all the work you've done to bring you to this junction. And it is a junction, so you've got a decision to make. Everything is in alignment, and all you need to do is step through that portal to embrace what is waiting for you on the other side. Once you've stepped through that portal, there will be no going back. It is gone and no longer needed. This also shows you are ready to let go of what no longer serves you, to sever ties and cut yourself free. Embracing the new also means deciding what you now need for your future. What does this new phase of your life look like, and what space have you created to let in the new? Such a high vibrational card, and one full of wonderful new possibilities coming your way. But you will miss those opportunities if you don't clear away the dead wood. So we've got, is it South or North Node? South, so karmic debts again, you reap what you sow. They've already said that, haven't they? South Node in Aquarius. The soul has worked for the evolution of humanity, but now must leave behind the tendency to rebel or to be different simply for the sake of being different. So for the right reasons, not for the wrong ones. You don't just want to be rebelling for no reason. The rebellion must take place for the right reasons. South Node in the 9th house. The soul has been on a lifelong quest to find out what it is. The challenge is to stop and hear the voice that says you must simply be. Be exactly who you are. So, Odin. It's finding that balance of the ego, loving yourself, but not to the cost of everyone else. It's about nobility, loyalty, rulership. So like I said, kings and queens, emperors, empresses, presidents, etc. Odin, the All-Father. Othilla. The letter O. The name Ethel. The oldest literal meaning of this rune is nobility or prince. Othilla is related to the first syllable of the Saxon word Athelin, meaning heir to the throne. So in our case, that would be Prince William. The German and the Dutch aristocracy. The rightful claim to inherited status, lands and possessions. Noblesse oblige, the obligation of one's position in society and the duties that one owes to one's kin and people. Of course, there is also an added implication of loyalty that the people owe to the monarch. Thea is symbolised by the hawthorn tree. Hawthorn is humble, and it is Aries. We've got Aries in the reverse, so it's not being very humble, is it? It's about sacrifice. After all, what modern monarch or head of state could possibly lead a normal life? The very position implies a sacrifice of a personal freedom. In many cases throughout history, it's been necessary for such leaders eventually to sacrifice their lives as well. So it was with Odin, who hung himself upon a windy tree, so somebody's hanging yourself out to dry to win the knowledge of the runes. And until recent times, the king was thought of as representing the luck of his subjects. If he thrived, then so did the land. If he ailed, they believed that the land and the people would suffer too. And we've just lost our queen. At least modern monarchs do not have the worry about being sacrificed if their powers wane, as was the case in ancient Europe. So we may sacrifice our monarch. Othela represents a time when hallowed traditions will become increasingly important and suggest something that stands the test of time. And that's what's keeping us stuck, is because we believe everything has to be how it's always been. This loyalty can be expressed in a number of ways: patriotism, devotion to a particular religion or identification. So married to the devil, stuck in a stagnant place, like the high priestess. The rune signifies rightful inheritance, but this need not necessarily mean a bequest of property or money. Although they may not be unlikely, it could denote traits that have come down through generations, like psychic ability. Because of the dynastic implications of Othela, engagements and marriages could be denoted, but be very sure that you've made the right choice. Issues involving children, yes, or eventual heirs will turn out favourable. You may find yourself dealing with wills and property, and if you're a second marriage, it may cause problems. There's a lot of paperwork involved. An advantageous move of home could be indicated too, especially if you somehow brings you closer to where you grew up, your origins. It could be that there's some disloyalty, and the overturning of established principles is likely when this rune is found in the inverted position. Disputes over inheritance and quarrels about money and status with siblings or children are equally likely when Othela is inverted. The loss of some kind is shown, possibly due to theft or legal chicanery. Modern interpreters often suggest that this predicts accidents and problems with machinery, so go careful. Oh, yeah, you see, projection. People are projecting their feelings onto others. You've no right to do that. So be very careful that you're not projecting. Just like people who cheat always accuse the other person of cheating, don't they? So the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of us all? Snow White. $44. The filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time. Not everyone thinks like we do because they haven't been through what we've been through. Through our own projections, when someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, it triggers us. Often it's an unconscious thing. So when you're in a relationship, you may judge your partner on a previous past partner. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true. The universe and ourselves. Mirrors point to our shadow or our light, so our shadow side. how we might behave in a certain situation. Mirrors reveal parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed or loved because we're dimming our light. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering it in you and what you could be mirroring back to. So when have you felt like this before? Could there be opportunities to heal this? Or are you shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? No, because you refuse to look at it. This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those we admire and put on a pedestal, you need to see that you are just as good. If we do not realize that we're attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down, so be nasty, in order to rise above them. The bad, those we despise or envious of and put down, like the homeless, it's because we're afraid that we might be there but for the grace of God. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. What is in you that's being triggered, and what part of you longs to be seen? Warts and all. Laughter. Laugh at yourself, laugh in the face of adversity. Laughter is a wonderful healer. It shakes out fears and leaves you feeling happier, clearer and more relaxed. Remember that angels fly because they take themselves lightly to make light of difficulties and see the funny side of a situation. Laugh at yourself and with others, and when you relax and laugh, your angels drop in new suggestions and ideas which can transform difficulty into delight. Laughter is the sunshine which dissolves the darkness, so be merry, joyous and fun-filled. See the humour in everything. So if you haven't laughed for a while, then you know there's something wrong. If there's no laughter in your life, that's the problem. And you need to find what will bring you joy. Thanks for listening. Brilliant read.